Hello friends, this is Deepak from Appetaria. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a list view with images and text. We can use custom adapter to bind images and text and the custom layout to our list view. So let's see how to do this. I'm using Android Studio 2.2.3. I'll create a new project for this. I'll name it as custom list view example. I'll say next. I'll keep API 15, empty activity, and I'll name it as main activity. Okay, so now I'll add, first thing I'll do is I'll add list view in my activity. So I'll delete this text view, I'll switch to design mode, and I'll drag and drop a list view on my activity. Okay, so this is my list view. I'll give some ID to this. I'll say list view. Now to create a custom list view, we want to show one image and one text on our list views. So for that we need to create a custom layout. So I'll right click on my layout file folder and say new layout resource file, and I will name it as item row. It will create one XML file called as itemrow.xml. Now in this we want to show an image and a text aside that, so we need to change the orientation of this linear layout which is in your item row to horizontal, because we want to align side by side image and the text view. So we'll make it horizontal alignment so that it will arrange its child in horizontal direction. Then drag and drop an image view from here. It will ask you to select some image, default image there. So I'll select my apps icon there, and then drag and drop one text view. That's it. And I'll do some changes to this to make it proper. So first thing, remove this weight property. This weight will make arrangement or space for the image view and the text view. So we are removing that so that we can make arrangement as per our requirement. So first thing is I'll change the ID because I want to access it in my code. So I will change it to IV, that is image view country, and ID for this is TV, that is text view country. Then I'll set some gravity. So this gravity is nothing but position of your this view. So image view will be position center in that list view. So we'll linear layout. So we'll say this layout gravity center, and we want to add some margin from all these sides. So this margin will add some space around your image view. So I'll set it to 20 dp, and again the same thing, margin for your text view I'll set it to 20 dp. You can also extract these dimensions. This will be defined in your dimensions.xml file. So I will name it as item margin. So you can see that now it is referring from your items margin. So I'll define it here as well, right? Okay, so this will look like this. Not a problem. Now it will be rendered properly when on your it will be on your list view. Now along with this we need to create one class, Java class, which will hold data for our custom list view. Now this is applicable for all the custom view. Now here we are having one image and one text view, so we will add data according to that. If you are having different layout, like if you have one image and multiple text view or something like that, then you need to create or add variables in this class according to that. So first I'll create one class. I will name it as data item, and in this we will use this option code, and we'll say generate and constructor. So we want to generate a constructor here, and in this constructor we need to add two parameter. I'll just redo this step. I'll undo this one and I will create first is that is resource ID for thumbnail image, our thumbnail image. So I will say resource thumbnail, and I will create one string where I will show the name of the country. So it is string country name. And now I will say code generate constructor. It is asking me to how many parameters you want to add in your constructor. So I will say both. That is my resource ID for the image, that is res ID thumbnail, and name of the country. That's it for this class. Now this class is holding these two values because we have a custom list custom view on our list view which is having resource ID and a string. Fine. Now along with this, as we have seen in our earlier example, that we were using an array adapter to bind our list view. If you want to create a custom layout, then you need to create a custom adapter for that. So we will again create one new Java class. We will name it as custom adapter. Now we need to extend this from our array adapter class, and here in the generics we need to pass the object of our class, that is data item. That means we need to we are going to bind the array of this class where we will pass multiple resource IDs for all the different images and multiple strings for that particular image. That means the flag of the country and the name of the country. Now I'll say create constructor. It is giving me error, so and on alt enter it opened this window. Now from this I'm selecting this. You can choose any constructor, but I'm using this, where it will take three parameters. First is context, second is ID of your resource layout, that is nothing but in our case it is a layout file, that is item row. We need to pass the ID of that item row, and the last is list of your data. So I'll just hit enter. Now you can see it is creating a list of my class called as list of data item. Now in this, first I will create three local variables which will we will use in our constructor class, adapter class. I'll say context is one object, second is integer variable to hold the layout resource ID, and the third parameter is list of our data item. So I'll say data. We'll initialize that here. Now here in the constructor we will assign the values which are passed by the user on this variables. So it is resource, then is equal to context. That context is coming as an input parameter, and then this dot data is equal to objects. Okay, that's it in the constructor. Now along with this, in this class we need to override one method called as getView. So you can find it here, code overrides methods, and here you need to find a method called as getView. So here is that method. Just select that and say OK. It will add this method, getView method, in your class. Before that getView method, code in that getView method, we need to create one class called as data holder. Now this, I'll explain you what is this data holder and why it is used here. So first, this data holder is a class which will hold reference for all the views which we are going to have on our list view. So I will say image view and a text view. So I'll say an image view for a flag and then text view for a country name. Okay, now in this getView method, this getView method will be called for the number of times you are binding data or rows into your list view. So suppose if you are binding 5 countries to this list view, so this getView method will be called 5 times. So we are going to modify this. So I will remove this code, and here we need to first, I will create a object of a data holder class. I will name it as data holder, and I will initialize it as a null. Then we need to check if convert view. This convert view is nothing but an input parameter for our getView method. So if convert view is equal to null, then we need to write a code. Now first I will write down this code, then I will explain you how, why we are writing this, like why we are checking the holder class, why we are using this convert view. So first we will use a object of a layout inflator. This layout inflator is used to inflate your view from your XML file. So you can say the inflator means the inflator is used to convert your XML file into a programmable object. So I'll require a context for this to get this object of layout inflator. So I will say activity, and I will first convert my context. So here it is showing error, so I need to hit Alt Enter and import the class. That's it. Now here I need to say get layout inflator. So this layout inflator will return me an object of this layout inflator, and I will, from this I need to create a view, convert a view. So first I'll say convert view is equal to, so this convert view is nothing but this object, because we have checked that it is null, then we need to create object of this convert view. So we'll say convert view is equal to inflator dot inflate. Now this inflate method takes two parameter. First is your resource ID. So resource ID, we will pass this layout resource ID. This ID is nothing but this ID which user has passed from the, say in this case it will be passed from the main activity. So where user is binding data on the list view, he will pass the resource ID, and the resource ID is passed here, and we are converting that resource ID, that XML resource, into a programmable view using this inflate method. And the second parameter, you need to pass it as the parent. So parent is nothing but view group, which is again coming from this method, and that's it. Now convert view, then we are initializing the holder class. So I'll say holder is equal to new data holder, then I'll say holder dot image view flag is equal to image view convert view dot find view by ID. Now this convert view is nothing but we are going to create object of our this item row XML view. So in this there are two views, one is image view and the text view. So we are going to create object from that XML file. So I'm using find view by ID method, but now this time I want to find the views from this particular layout. That means our item row dot XML file. So I'll say find view by ID, then I'll say r dot id dot country. So this will give me a image view, object of a image view. Then I'll say holder dot text view country name is equal to object of a text view. Then again I will say convert view dot find view by ID r dot id dot our TV country, that is text view for country. That's it. Now we'll say convert view dot set tag, and we'll pass the object of holder class there. So basically we are creating this holder class to hold the reference of two different views in one class. So that's why we have created this holder class. And why we have created a single holder class to hold the reference of these views is we want to pass this data from in the convert view again. So that's why we are saying set tag, and in that we are adding this holder class. Now where it will be used, say in else part, we will check if the convert view is not equal to null, then we will say holder is equal to data holder. We'll convert that to a data holder, and then we will say convert view dot get tag. So here in the first case we are setting the tag, and in next case we are reading the tag. So when this will be called, say example, when suppose you are binding 5 rows to your list view, so for the first time it will call this, it will inflate the layout, it will create the objects of image view and text view, and then it will set it to convert view. And for the next record onwards, it will go into the else part, and in that else part it will get that data directly from the convert view, and using the get tag method. So this will improve the performance, and this code you'll not call every time when it is binding the list view. So this will definitely improve the performance. So now that's it, our holder class is ready. Now I will create a object of data item. This data item is our class, is equal to data dot get. Now this get is position where this data is binding. So suppose we are binding 5 data to a list view, then this will return me a position from 0 to 4. So the data of which position you want to bind to that particular row item, you can get it through this position variable. That is nothing but an integer variable of this get view method. So this get, as I said, this get view method will be called 5 times if you are binding 5 rows to your list view. So we are reading that data 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are binding it to the image view and text view, and we are reading it using this get method. Then again I will say holder dot tv country name dot set text, and here in this set text we will read the data from the data item object which we have just created. So I'll say data item dot country name, and again I'll say holder dot image view flag dot set image resource, and here I will pass the resource ID. So I'll say data item dot resource ID thumbnail. So we'll pass the ID of the thumbnail. That's it. And here we need to return the convert view, so that we'll get it for every next iterations. So that's it in our custom adapter class. So this custom adapter class you need to change according to your view. Say if you are having different view on your list view, then you need to modify this based on your requirement. So this holder class will have different views if you are having different views on your list view row. Fine, now our other classes are ready, like our data item class as well as the custom adapter. Now we'll write code on our main activity. So in your main activity, first I will declare a variable here, list of data item. Data item is our class. I'll say list of data item. I'll name it as lst data. You need to import this s. I can hit alt enter and import that. Fine. Now I will declare this, initialize this lst data. I'll say new array list. That's it. Now here I will add data into this list of data item. So I'll say add new data item. So first is r dot drawable dot India. Okay, before this I need to add images into my project. So I have few images. So these are the images of a country, different flag of countries. So I'll say copy and paste it on our drawable folder. You can see these are the images added into my project now. So I'll say r.drawable.india, and here I will name the country and add a symbol. So likewise you can add different items there. So even I have already created this list, so I will simply copy and paste it here. So now my list of multiple data has been already added into the list of data item. So the different countries with their different flags. Okay, now my data is ready. Now first we'll create the object of a list view. By this find view by id method, r dot id dot list view. Then we'll create object of a custom adapter class which we have just created. So I'll say custom adapter is equal to adapter new custom adapter, and then in this constructor we need to pass 3 parameters. So first is context, so that is context of this activity. Second is your resource ID. So resource ID means the reference of your resource we have created to bind the row, that is r.layout.item row. And third is your list of data items, that is our lst data object. That's it. Now this is our adapter is ready. Now to bind this adapter on the list view, we will say list view dot set adapter, and in this we need to pass the object of adapter. That's it. Now using these 3 lines we are binding data on our list view. Now we'll also see how to handle the click of this list view item. So for that we need to say set on item click listener, and in this method we need to pass object of on item click listener. So it's a new item on item click listener. Now in this it is having this on item click method. From this now we are going to open another activity on click of this every item of this list view. So for that I will add one more activity in my project. Say new activity, empty activity, and I'll name it as main2 activity. That's it. Now on my main2 activity I will simply add one text view to show the name of the country which has been selected by user on first activity, and also I'll add one image view there. It will again ask you for the default image for that, so I'll say India there. On this text view I'll make some appearance changes, so I will select some display one option there, so it will be large. That's it. Now on our second activity, before that we are on first activity we need to write a code to redirect user to the second activity. So I will create an explicit intent there, so I will say intent new intent, then intent dot put extra. This put extra is to pass value from one activity to another activity. So first is name of the country, so I'll say lst data dot get position. Now this position is nothing but the which number like item has been clicked, position of the item which has been clicked, so that you can get from this input parameter. Here it is called as I, so I will change the name to position, right? So this will give me a position of my item which has been clicked. So I'll say a list of data dot get dot position dot country name, so it will return me the country name of the object which has been just clicked. Then I'll say put extra there, and second parameter is my flag resource ID for the flag. So again I will say lst data dot get position dot resources thumbnail. That's it. Now we are passing this data from this main activity to our second activity. Then I will call set class. The set class will take 2 parameters. First is context of current activity and name of the second activity which we want to open. So okay, here you need to pass main activity dot this because we are in some other class. Then we'll say start activity and we'll pass the object of intent there. So here we are creating object, we are adding data to our intent using put extra, setting the class and opening another activity. Now on another activity, here we need to create the object of image view. So again we need to cross check whether we have given some ID. So the ID for this is image view and this is text view. So not a problem, we'll just keep use the same one, is equal to image view find view by ID r dot id dot image view. And similarly we'll create object of a text view find view by ID dot text view. Now for the text view we'll say set text, and here I'll call get intent dot get string extra, and in this we need to pass the name of the flag which we are using from our main activity, that is this. So this name must be same. And then for image view we need to use set image resource, and in this we'll again call get intent dot get int extra this time, because here we are passing the integer value. This res id thumbnail is an integer value, so we'll say get int extra, and here again we need to pass the name of the key, that is flag, right? So we are having a get string, and the second parameter you need to pass it as the default value. If it will not find, or if there is no value, then we need to pass the default value which will be shown on the image. So we need to pass this in this get int extra method. You need to pass the key name as well as you need to pass the default value for that if there is no value in this particular key. Okay, that's it. Now we'll run this project and we'll see the output. Okay, so this is the output. Now you can see it is showing me the list of countries here, and if I click on any particular country, it will taking me to the next activity and showing the image and the name of that country. Now you can see again for different countries. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope this video will help you. Subscribe our channel for more videos like this, and don't forget to click on the bell sign when you subscribe our channel to get the notification of all the videos which we are publishing. Thank you.